Welcome at the cafe bar. Today, I want to dive more into this concept of superstitious symbolism in having Dondoja. What is this Dondoja all about? We are going to explore this based on PSR, that is principle of sufficient reasoning. If you have some question or some ideas or what you have been told or you have that reality, you can put it on a comment so that we might share with each other. Then we might be able to help each other having experience of what someone has gone through or what have happened in your society, what do you heard, what do you see. In the end, with all those information, then we'll be more full, because the more information, the full you have inside your soul. Remember, our souls, the only thing that boosts it is knowledge. Our souls get boosted with knowledge. Knowledge is what boosts our souls, is what really helps us to grow spiritually. It's also the other way where our spiritual we grow spiritually through um, another way is having the doing things that are related to what doing things that you desire. So on how to do those things, you need to have knowledge on how to do it. So you can see much of the spiritual journey is done via learning. See, because we are here to learn, grow, and actualize. So what is this? The Ondocha thing is this symbolism all about. We are going to explore it according to what it might be, what it was like in the past, and what is it in today's symbolism. Because once we have discovered all the aspects, all the angles about it, then we will no longer be twisted to it. We'll be off more, we'll be free, we'll be get out of the illusion, we'll be to the reality. Remember, we are gods, you are God. All we need to discover divine nature so that we can together transform the world. We want to create healthy societies for us as divine beings. For you as divine being, you need to create a healthy society where you can grow spiritually, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. That is the purpose of society we want to create. That is the divine society we want to create, where we no longer just getting out of the material. Because divine society, it also need to look smart. It also need to look neat. We can't be like in this hellish way and calling it a divine. No, we need to improve in all aspects. We need to take charge of our nature. We need to be true self. We need to be divine for us to do such kind of things. So, what are these the Ondoja things? Remember, the way to me, I haven't seen any Ondoja. I haven't made, but I heard the story, the what I was being told. But my friend, with some we were chilling when we were, especially at the adolescent stage, so we more when that was the time I encountered more of this type of stories about the Dondoja. It's like they have when someone their wishes they well those who have the Dondoja they it's like they buy from it might be someone selling his kid. So once they buy that kid, then they put it somewhere. They people can go into the burial ceremony in the coffin. They might be looking at the kid while what is inside it was not there. the kids. They might be looking at it with the face whatsoever, but the little kid has been taken out. So he went to that rich farmer who buy that kid via in a demonic, in a spiritual way, that way I was told. So once they do the work whatsoever, and where they are working, they all what they eat is always meaty. They all that those are the stories I was told. But once I came to reality, I realized that no, these were just metaphorical stories that were used to control the masses, to control people in society, but they were really something big, something demonic, something that is was if that was happening behind the scene. If it was really happening that there, there was a farmer buying children, or there's a farmer buying people and put them as Dondoja, then there was this certain biggest evil thing that was happening, and the story that he had the Dondoja whatsoever, those were the stories used to control us. Or the thing I want to explain wasn't happening before. It haven't happened, but I'm doubting that this thing cannot be happening because this, the world we are living in right now, all the suffering, all the killing, all the these stories might be real in this evoistic way I want to explain to you. If it was happening like the way I'm looking at it, because once our bodies remember what happened when we die, once our bodies are dead, they cannot come back to life. Or once our bodies are dead, the spirit is there, our soul is there, but it cannot be seen with our naked eyes. No one can touch it, no one can see it. But what is happening to it, it go back to frequency domain. That is, it go back to the source. It no longer interact in these horrors. It no longer being seen by anyone. It no longer comes to anyone. Once it is in frequency domain, then it is in pure domain. It is gone for good. Not for good. Yeah, you can say for good until another relocalization through childbirth. And once it's come out through childbirth, it is a pure, so that you just want to fulfill the mathematical information it has. It might be that localization mm, it didn't fulfill those. So what it do is fulfilling that purposeful journey of the mathematical information it contains. It is not in any form, it is not in any shape, because it's energy, it's the soul, it's mind, it's a thought. So a thought cannot be measured, a thought cannot be changed, but it's like energy. It's, it can be just transformed in one form to another. That is what happened to us when we die. So this Dondoja, if someone had that, then they definitely what he was doing is kidnapping. That was it, kidnapping. Because remember, we are coming in the generation, the past, there was slave trade. After the abolishment of the slave trade, people were still, the rich were still looking for people to be used in their farm to work for them. So what comes now in after the abolishment of slave trade was kidnapping. People were kidnapped. So these people who have been kidnapped, like in this context, then the one who keeping them, this when he but call them the NDONDOCHA. He can't let them to be seen from their parents or the relatives of that child of that person. He might take them from maybe far distance from where he stays. So you can see kidnapping is all about evil act. That's why we say superstitious believing is evil. That is that what was really happening there. But if now someone has done that, none, but right now information is all over. Kidnapping have just coming out, like people can no longer say, hey, these are my people that I have, and calling them Dondoja. No, he can just call them his workers that he have taken. He have employed them. They can just relate to that. But the story of Dondoja has really, if someone says he has nowadays, if someone says he has Dondojas, then it might be in this. If he had this information that people were keeping Dondoja in the past, then it means that information is in him. And one today it's hard to do such evil acts. So what happens? He might be having that symbolic interpretation that maybe just relating to his workers in a funny way, that relating to his work. Once he say, I have Ndondoja, they work for me whatsoever, then he might be relating to his workers. But in real sense, they are not Ndondoja because they that is their job. He pays them. Yeah. So if someone, but the only way different is that he pays them but giving them this penny salaries, and it's completely different because the workers always have their home where they rest. Nowadays, if someone is keeping the lodger, then he is really in biggest trouble because having someone kept inside your house, not allowing him to go outside, what's to look for and being giving it that person, no matter how much work he's giving, but you have to give that person everything he needs to grows up. That really is another biggest weight to carry. It's another biggest height to carry because take care of someone is really a hard hard job, like for me. But because people are evil, these superstitious people are evil. They love that because they believe in that there is power whatsoever. While in reality, there is nothing. They are just expressing their demonic acts to the world. They are just doing harm to the innocent. There is nothing that they are getting from it. Even if even you can question their type of riches, they might be that type of riches to what others have really gone through, those that went to school. Because people who do this are the ones who have no knowledge about how to handle business, how to grow a company whatsoever. They are the ones that mostly doing these evil acts by just believing. Maybe if I am going to have this, then I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to have much. While in reality, if you want to have much, then you have to wait for it. How do you wait? First thing, you have to be smart in your goals. You have to be realistic in what you want to achieve. You have to have this short term and long term goals of how you want to achieve what you want to become. But that is materialistic, not just believing something that thing is going to get you somewhere. That is really a lie to yourself. That is fooling yourself with. nonsense that can no longer help you. Yeah. If my ID based on PSR, you think there's something should have also said about, put it in a comment, then I'll come back to you, then we'll help each other. That is my views on Dondoja. Always use your reasoning, always question everything, always be smart. In short, I can say, so don't fall for BS. If you don't question it, if you don't put everything up to, or if you don't put reasoning up on everything that you are doing, your chances of falling for BS are going to be high. But if you put reasoning up and questioning everything, then your chances of you actualizing to hyper awareness will also going to be high. Once you even add in cognitive thinking, then you are in the journey of going to hyper awareness, because going a hyper awareness is all about overcoming the ego aspect. You have to be true to yourself. You have to question. You have to know that ego is important to me, but I don't need to be known by the ego. I have to be as the light. You as divine. You have to know that the ego aspect is what is there to help you be identified the I thing. Then once you identify who you are, then you have to also look into hyper now awareness, where you look into interconnectedness of everything, where you look into everything as being once when you look everything as together, like the absolute consciousness, where we look into each other's eyes, that another, so that I can learn, that another, so that I can conjugate with my soul to boost us as whole, not at the threat. That's what I wanted to tell to you guys. Bye for now. Have a nice Friday. Peace.